Alright everyone, welcome back to part 4 of the Advanced All Monster Tokens Speedrun tutorial. This video should cover all of Manor and Basement, and if you haven't caught parts 1, 2, or 3, you should probably go back and watch those, because otherwise this will probably not make much sense to you. But without further ado, let's just get on into it. So after you defeat Gringos, you're going to be spawned somewhere around this fountain, and basically you just want to single charge and make your way into Mystic Manor, and then, not Mystic Manor, into Clamor in the Manor, and then we're basically going to go direct left, jump off of that and up here and get that token, and then once you get the token you can basically just run it down in a straight line through all of Manor. Again, through these next couple levels you're basically just going to want to collect the snacks that I'm collecting and moving in the way that I am moving. There's not too much to discuss in Manor, to be honest, until we get to BKE. Because we are literally running it in a straight line. We're literally, you literally can just see me charging in a straight line. This is all we're doing, right? In Clamor 4, we're just going to go in between the upright notch and the right notch and initiate this dash. This gives us a slightly better angle for this key. And then we're basically just going to jump up and jump out and get that key. Pretty straightforward stuff there. And then we're just going to make our way through. The rest of Manor here, we're going to go around the outside. So we get around that Geronimo around the corner. And then we're going to pay this gate. And then we're going to make our way into Mind Your Manners. Upright on the notch here. And then just jump up here to this ledge. This ghost can get in your way, but just kind of like a little bit of an out and back jump here. And then you can just jump up like that. And then there is a cycle in this room, so I'll show it to you, but upright in the notch, kind of an out and back action here. And basically make sure you're coming back like towards this side. All right, make sure you're kind of coming back to here, because this is where the ledge is. It's on the inner side of this. It's on the inner side instead of the like close to the wall. So just make sure you're aiming for the inner side if you're having trouble with this jump. But again, upright. And then you're just going to make your way through, and then there's a cycle with this bat here where we're going to actually jump off this bat, jump up, get the snack box, and then activate this button. This will send the fan up so that we can get to Cower in the Tower earlier. But before that, we need to get a token, and this is the first major adjustment from the beginner route, which is Mind Your Manners. So in Mind Your Manners, there's a cutscene right in front of you, so if we walk into it, LMAO, there's a cutscene. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump around it like this, basically just land on this lamppost, jump out over to the piano. You need to jump up and over, because if you just go there, you'll hit the cutscene just like that. So again, in sequence, just jump up and over to the piano, and then we're going to jump up this wall like this, and then we're going to double jump, umbrella, super smash into the token. Okay, you got that? All right, let's move on. I'm just messing. All right, so again, just over this lamppost over here. I'm just going to kill this guy just so he's not in our way while we're doing this. But essentially what we're going to do here is that previously I showed you that you can do the wall climb over here. But you can actually do anywhere you want along the wall. So for the advanced route, we're going to just move that to the left and take away the handicap and just basically go to the right. I like to jump along like right, like I like to jump on the right side of the second seam on the wall here that you can see. It just for me it just makes it a bit easier, and you just double jump, and then when you hit the ledge you just jump up, ideally, boop, and then once you get here you're gonna want to hold down right into the down right notch, and then super smash in, and then basically super smash into the token, and then go from like down right, super smash into the token, and then go to the up left notch. Basically go right backwards to where you came from. So let's try that again. Let's jump up here. Again, down right, float, super smash on the token, and then super smash back. And this will save a lot of time. I think it saves about 10 seconds. I don't have my cheat sheet with me. It saves some time though. But again, just double jump, float, super smash into it, and then super smash out. And the reason you want to do that is because let's say I go up here and then I super smash into the token. Oh, Let's try that again. So the reason that you want to do that is that if you go up here and you super smash just into the token and you don't like go backwards, sorry, muscle memory, but if you don't go backwards, you'll fly right back into the cutscene. And so what we do here is that we just basically jump up, and then we just super smash and just angle our super smash so that we get around the cutscene, and then we jump back across to the door. Again, we're just jumping over the same cutscene trigger that we did before to get back over here. So from this piano, just right along the wall, and then you can just get, boy. I'll just make sure I get the token here since I reset up my save state. Let's show it one more time, why not? And then let's just move on. But yeah, that saves a lot of time. It's a bit tricky of a jump, but you'll get used to it. I would say it's one of the easier advanced strats, but I don't know, maybe it's not. I don't know. But for now, we're just going to go into Cower in the Tower, and now we're going to do BKE, but we're going to do a much different thing to get up there. All right, so when we get into Cower in the Tower, we're actually going to do something slightly different. So before I had you basically hit this button and activate this fan, we're no longer going to activate this fan. What we're going to do is that we're just going to go over here into this corner. We're going to hold up left on we're going to hold into the up left notch, and then we're going to double jump, and then we're going to get on this ledge. And then we're going to jump again, and we're going to actually clip underneath that floor. And how we're going to do that is that when we initiate the second jump after the ledge, we're going to basically roll from the upright notch to the upright notch, but we're going to roll it counterclockwise. So like this, you can see on the controller cam, let me get it a little bit closer. We're going to roll like that, kind of in a decently paced motion, not like ridiculously fast, but you know, in a fast motion. So let's just do that. Again, you want to initiate it on the second jump. I did it a little early there. But yeah, basically right when you do the second jump, you basically just want to do the spin, and then you'll make it up like that. And then from here, you can basically just jump on this part of the railing here where it juts out. And then from here, we're just going to go down left and kind of roll into the up left notch and make it up there. So again, that's from here. We're going down left, roll into the up left, kind of in a similar motion of BKE. And then we're going to keep this camera angle so this is BKE. For the sake of just first time showing you, if you didn't do this in your beginner route, you're going to do it now because it's just necessary. It saves so much time. But what we're going to do for BKE is that we're going to basically jump up and try to hit that ledge. And how we're going to do that is basically holding into the down right notch and then rolling in between the up right notch and the right notch. So that's basically, we initiate the jump on, here, let me actually just pause this. Oop. We're basically just going to initiate from down right. We're basically going to jump and then basically just roll from the down right notch into in between the upright notch and the right notch, so right in between there, and that should give you the angle that you need to super smash onto the ledge. And you also need a max height double jump super smash as well, that being the easiest part of the trick, because you actually can kind of finagle it and you don't necessarily need the most max height or the most max length. You can kind of botch that part if you just have the right angle and if you roll your control stick properly. So I'll show it from the regular camera angle. I'll show it from the regular camera angle first before we do the no camera shift, but again, just like that. And then basically once you get on the ledge, you want to jump immediately off of it, because if you don't, you'll just fall off like that. So just be sure to jump off of it after you get it. But again, what we do is just down right, and then we initiate the roll. We basically initiate the roll on the second jump. It's kind of one fluid motion throughout the whole thing, though. There's no really like hard like, oh, initiate this then. It's just basically as you're doing the jump, you're also rolling the whole time. And I'll just show it a couple more times. This is a pretty feel-based trick, but also you can kind of science it down to, if you get in between those notches, it makes the trick so much easier. than just like guessing what you're doing on your control stick. And then from there, it goes down to your muscle memory, right? Basically just run off, jump up, get there. And then the even more advanced way is to do this. For this route, I wouldn't, like, if you still can't do BKE, like, I just wouldn't recommend running this route to you, because again, like, this is the great divider in AMT besides the void warp. But also, I think that if you can do Skull 4 void warp, you can do this. I think this trick is, like, personally for me, this trick is easier than Skull 4 void warp. But yeah, and so that's and that is BKE. Oh, and then I guess I should show you what happens after you get up to the top, huh? So let's just get on up there. And again, just jump, make sure you go here, and then you're just going to dash, and then you can single jump into this token, get that, and then we're going to run back down, and then we're going to go into this door. So again, just like initiate from the down right notch, and then roll in between the upright and the right notch, and then you can make it up there. All right, let's try to show this in sequence now. All right, and that is basically BKE in sequence. And yeah, so this room is pretty difficult, and then we're just gonna exit out of this door. But I just wanted to show it in sequence one time. Again, that bottom trick is a bit new, so forgive me if I didn't explain it in the best way possible, but I literally just learned it like 20 minutes ago, and I figured out how to explain it like 20 minutes ago. But I think it's pretty solid. And then BKE itself, obviously one of the hardest tricks in the game. You're just gonna have to just feel it out even more. But I hope that just when you're practicing BKE and when you're doing BKE, most of BKE is with the stick, right? It's just down right notch, roll into in between the upright and the right notch. And if you do that angle consistently and you roll like slowly up until there, consistently, then like you will get the trick more often than not, even if your jump heights are not like the best, right? And I would just say, like, when you're going for BKE, the biggest thing that you can do is actually relax your hands, because if you go too fast, if you go too fast on your stick, you're actually just going to, I guess I can just show it. If you go too fast, you'll just miss it, right? And you'll go like further up. And then if you're basically, you'll go like on the inside if you're too fast, and then you'll go like basically here, you'll go like on the inside over here if you're too fast with it, and you'll go like on the outside of the ledge over here if you're too slow. But if you're right on the ticket, then you'll get right on the edge. And so I just wanted to say that, like, the biggest thing you can do when you're doing BK is just to relax your hands and just make sure you're going at that very steady pace, because that paired with the double jump super smash is like basically the whole trick of BKE. It is a kind of a feely trick, but this one I have a pretty good solid explanation, because I literally do that every single time. I've like labbed it out. It works every single time if you just do that into that notch. But yeah. And from here, we're just going to move on. And thankfully, the run gets a bit easier from here for a while. Because what we're just going to do is we're just going to B-dash through attic, and you're just going to kind of just boop. And you just want to initiate a jump at the end of your dash here, because you basically can't initiate a dash again on slopes when you have the plungers. And then you basically just get that token, death abuse, and leave. And just be sure when you walk into that death plane to just release the B button and the R button and just walk into the death, because sometimes you can soft lock there. I personally have never done it, but it's technically possible. What we're going to do in Don't Look Down 1, we're basically just going to hold down left and go around these spiders, just make sure you don't hit them, and then we're basically just going to jump straight across, and again, just copy my movement here, and then you can actually single jump past that rat up here, and then we're basically just going to jump across up here, and then we're going to float down to the right side of this door. There's a cutscene at that door, so just make sure you leave on the right side of that door. And don't go too far left, otherwise you will hit that cutscene. And then basically just jump down here, press A, cancel your trampoline momentum a bit, and then make your way on through upstairs 4. We're basically just bolting past these levels. In this next level, there's a wall blocking your way, so you're just going to have to exit and re-enter this level. I can't figure out a way to get past this wall yet. Maybe we will one day, but right now it's just not possible. But we exit and re-enter, and then the wall's gone. And then we're just going to basically charge off, and then we're going to make our way out of here into upstairs 2. Again, just collecting these snacks and basically just collecting the same snacks I'm collecting. And then in upstairs 2, what we're going to do is we're just going to B-dash into here, jump on top of this, jump onto this chandelier, and then jump through this invisible wall to get the token. I'll show it one more time. B-dash, boop, and then basically jump here to here, and then kind of like delay your jump a bit, and then you should jump right into the token. Sometimes you just jump underneath the token, but then you just jump up. And then after you collect the token, as soon as you collect the token, we're going to do another pause storage. So let me just... And then from here, you're just going to go to shop 2. So I like to go around here to the fishing village, and then just up to the map like that. And that is my menuing for that. And then we're going to go do Kate Skip. So Kate Skip, again, doing that quick super smash that I showed you before. All right, so with Kate Skip, we're going to remain neutral here, and then we're going to double jump, and then hold down left onto that platform. And then from here, we're basically just going to roll from down left to, basically like in between the left notch and the up left notch, and then we're going to clip out of bounds like that. So let me just show it to you again. And then you can basically just jump up and around over this way, and then float, and then do Kate Skip. And then if you fall down, I'll show it again, and then describe what you do if you fall down. So just do it again to the in between the up left notch. If you fall down, you basically just charge like this, and then jump out and around this invisible wall, because if you don't like jump like back and out, you'll basically hit this invisible wall, and then you just won't be able to come up here, and then you basically just run across as per usual, and then enter the door. And then basically if you like fall down and then you do that, and then you bonk your head. Let's say if you bonk your head, you try to go up, you bonk your head, you fall down here, you're screwed. So you basically just have to fall off, and then you'll void warp, and then when you void warp, you will be back in Creepy 1. And then hopefully the camera will shift, get the camera shift back, and then you can do then you can try the trick again. Really hurts if you do that though, in terms of time wise, but again, try to jump up there. If you can't, just go further back than you think you need to there, and then just make your way on through Kate Skip. Then from here, I like to hold right while entering that level, flick up right, and then flick back down, just to hit that snack box before you fall down onto that barrel. And then you'll basically B-dash and hit that barrel and get that snack box. And then pretty simple movement, getting all 4 of these keys. I like to pump twice on this umbrella, make sure that I'm in the right position, and then basically just B-dash, and then we're going to do a wall climb here. Basically just float down until the ledges, and then make your way straight on through. Not too much going on these next levels. Yellow and Cellar, we're going to jump off this left box here, and then we're going to jump up to the chandelier, like so, and then we're just going to skip all the way through this level. And then here we're just going to hold direct left, and then basically just jump immediately off of that. I'm probably not going to make the cycle here, but I'll just show it again if I don't. Nope, I did. And then you can basically get all keys in one go. So I'll show that one more time. I think I discussed this cycle in the beginner tutorial, so I'm not going to discuss it too much. But again, and then you can just basically walk around and get all 3 of those keys in one go. And then Cellar 3, we're just going to go up, and then we're just going to make our way around and just straight line through here. And then we're going to do soap skip. well, a version of soap skip. I guess it's not technically soap skip, but we're basically just going to jump up here, and then once we're on top of this button, we're just going to dash off of it like that. But again, here's a soap clip skip, where instead of having to soap the ghost, you basically just go on top of that button, basically like holding the upright notch as I jump up there, and then you can basically just fall down into the button. You can technically do it like that. It's just more consistent if you jump all the way to the top and do it. Because sometimes if you basically just do that happens where you don't hit the button and then you fall all the way down. And so even though it's slightly slower to do, because the other way is so inconsistent, and whether you get the button or not, it's just better to jump all the way to the top and then just fall down. We're talking about like a half-second optimization there, and then basically as soon as you hit the token and get those 4 snacks, you do another pause storage. But I'll just show this again one more time in sequence from the top, dash down, and then break open all 4 of these boxes, get those snacks, and then do another pause storage to Rec 1. And how I like to do this is just doing quick game day like this, going to the lighthouse, down twice, and then back to which way. And then this will conclude part 4 of the Advanced All Monster Tokens route. And then things get a lot spicier in the next video. We're going to do a lot of things. I don't know if I'm going to split it up into parts. I don't know if I'm going to split Shipwrecks to the Endgame in 2 parts or just 1 part. But that concludes part 4. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in part 5.